Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Racha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and that teach well through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Wa Shalom, Wa Barakim to the elect, beginning with the 144,000, which are scattered abroad and in every place, redeemed of time and ready to be saved. Shalom. Alright. Hey, we need a savior. Alright. We need Yahweh Shai to come and save us, from our from those that rule over us. Alright. Because as it says in the book of Job, the world is given into the hand of the wicked. Alright? The world is given into the hand of the wicked. So this earth, this planet, is being governed by diabolical people, man. And they don't care about their subjects. They don't care about those. They don't care about those, about the ones that they host. All right. They man. Look, man. And that's what these devils were created for. They were created to be the wicked. They were created to destroy. Hey, the script. What did Yahweh Shah say? That how he said? He said the thief cometh not but to kill, steal, and destroy. All right. They're not set up to bring peace to you people. Yeah, Yahweh Shai, he told us. All right, this is what they were created for, and I believe that's in the book of John. John chapter 8. Let's get that real quick. John chapter 8 and 12. Oh, nope. Slacking, that's the wrong one. It's chapter 9. Chapter 9 and 10. No. Chapter 10 and 10. Alright, Yahweh Shai said it. He said, the thief cometh not, but for to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Alright? And that's been since they came over here as well to the so-called Americas. All right, let me see what this says in NLT. It says the thieves. Who's the thief? The thief would be Esau, Edom. The so-called white man, beginning with the elites. Right? That's who the thief is, because they stole everything that they have. ideas, they steal those. You know, everything they steal. Alright, it says the thief's purpose is to steal. Alright, when you go into the word purpose, let's get that. If it allow me.
Purpose.
Alright, it said purpose is the reason for which something is done, created, alright, or exist. So in this case, it would be Esau, Edom. They're created or they exist to kill, steal, and to destroy. All right. It represents an intention, an intention, an object, or a driving force behind an action. All right. And, you know, pretty much, you don't gotta go too deep into this word. Explains, it's self-explanatory. Alright, but pretty much this is why they exist and why they were created. Alright, so once again it says the thief's purpose, or why they're created, or why they're here, why they exist, alright, is to steal and kill and destroy. Alright, this is why they're here. This is why they've been set up. You see, it said the thief's purpose is to steal and kill and destroy. It said the thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. Yep, that's right. I'm just checking different versions out. Right, and that's what they look at you. Look at you Americans as sheeple. All right. He said the thief comes only to take the sheep and to put them to death. That's right. So this is why they've been set up. You know. And that's why I said, you know, we need a savior. Because Yahushua said himself, he said, I am come that they may have life. Alright? Because we don't have that life right now. You see? He said, I am come that they might have life. And that they might have it more abundantly. Whoo. You see that? Because right now we don't have that. Alright? So going back to this, it says Bill Gates insider blows whistle on man-made Ebola pandemic. Damn it. Gotta watch what we say. Alright? They planned them, you know, timed for World Cup massacre. Alright, and I want to see what we got in the comments. Alright. It said you basically okay, not much. Let's head back to the. Okay. It says a senior Gates Foundation insider has just come forward, absolutely furious, raging and sick to his stomach, that the entire world is about to fall for the exact same trick twice. Right. When was the first time that they fell for it? 2020. You know? They had a C-19. Alright? And they started distributing, the jabs. Alright? And I just been notified that they're already dishing out these Lyme jabs, all right, which have failed the safety test, all right, which have failed the safety test, yet they're being distributed. All right, this is serious, man. So once again, the key word they said the world is about to fall for the exact same trick twice. So it's a trick, and when you go into the word trick, it goes to the word why. Well, the word what is that in Ephesians? It said put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand the wiles of the devil. Alright, when you go into the word wiles, it means trick. Alright? So we already knew the first time that it was a trick. See, those in the world don't know shit. Alright? In that book of Isaiah 60th chapter, the world grows darkness. Alright? They're completely oblivious to what is happening, what is going on. Right? He says Bill Gates and his inner circle have known about this man-made I'm trying to figure out what I want to call it. Let me see. Okay. So he says Bill Gates and his inner circle have known about this man-made disease pandemic for years. Alright, so they've been knowing. Then it says because in his words they fucking designed it. That's right. That's facts, man. And it's already been said that Bill Gates and Jeffrey Epstein, all right, they pretty much designed these plagues. Just say that, these plagues, and then they go to countries like Africa, India, and then they spread it there. They spread it there. That's why you had this right here. This plague, they said, started in Africa. Well, that's because that's where they spread it. That's where they brought it to. It said man-made. Yeah. Okay. It said he says the most evil pandemic. It said he says the most evil pandemic plan since C-19 was perfected in secret labs. See that? And is now in its final activation phase. The lethal hemorrhagic strain has already been seeded in major American cities. Wow. Seeded. What does that mean? Okay, pretty much what I thought. Yep. So it says the lethal hemorrhagic strain has already been seeded in the major American cities. So planted. Alright, they already been established in these the major American cities over the past several weeks. Early cases are, and that's what we seeing on the news. You know, coming with these different they come with these different different information left and right. Salakia. It says early cases are being deliberately suppressed until the perfect moment. Wow. It said in just 2 weeks, millions of fans will flood stadiums in cities across North America. And that's when they plan to donate it all. Oh, so like detonate it all. And you see, let me read that again. It says in just 2 weeks, millions of fans will flood stadiums. Right. So damn, that's heavy. So they release this plague during, major big games, basketball games, soccer games, football. All right, man, that's heavy, man. Whew. They said in just 2 weeks, millions of fans will flood stadiums and cities across North America. So they also do it when, it's a great migration. You might have visitors that might be going and they might travel to a big city. Man. It says, let me read that again. In just 2 weeks, millions of fans will flood stadiums and cities across North America, and that's when they plan to detonate it all. He literally cannot believe that after everything that happened with C-19, the world is about to line up and take it again. It says, let's see. The question is, what the hell are you going to do when it detonates? Bill Gates has an incredible, almost supernatural knack for knowing exactly what's going to happen next. It's almost like he's psychic. Yeah, right. Remember Event 201 Just months before the C-19 exploded, there he was, role-playing a global C-19 pandemic with his buddies in perfect detail. Then, right on cue, it all unfolded exactly as scripted. Right. He says, then there's the stock market magic. He dumped his massive holdings in C-19 jab companies right before the public woke up to the scam. He somehow timed it perfectly to pour those profits straight into cancer treatment centers, just as turbo cancer started exploding around the world after the rollout. What a coincidence, right? So these devils are. This is their plans, right? You know, it's the infamous. Look, the truth is out, man. The truth is out, and this is Psalm 64. You know, that tongue shall fall upon themselves. All right. He said the man doesn't just predict the future. He seems to own it. Which should cause serious alarm, because in recent months he has been laughing uncontrollably, just like Joaquin Phoenix and Joker, while warning of imminent bioterrorism attacks. Yep. He said now he's done it again. A brand new man-made strain with an experimental jab and warp speed preparation time for exactly when the outbreak will hit. Like, see, wait, that's why people gotta wake the fuck up, bro. They don't take a rocket scientist to know what the fuck is going on. Alright? You don't take a rocket scientist to know that this is what they had planned all along. This is what they're doing. You know? He said long before a single official case has been announced. Right, you see? Long before a single official case has been announced. So before anything happens, they talking about it. They're talking about it before it even happens. What the fuck does that tell you, man? Alright? What does that tell you? Man, why does it keep doing that? Dang, man. Let's see, what's that? Proverbs. Look at chapter 4. Or it might be 5. Oh no, here it is. It says for they, Proverbs 4:16, it says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. Alright? Let me read from 14. It says, enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of the evil man. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. Right. You see? So in the NLT it says, for evil people cannot sleep until they have done their evil deed for the day. Wow. They can't rest until they've caused someone to stumble or die. You know? Let me see. Yeah. So yeah, pretty much, yeah, that's what it said. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. You see? Alright, it says a network of basement biolabs with mysterious funding sources have been busted all over the U.S. in recent months. Biolabs staffed by Israelis and Chinese nationals, illegal biolabs caught with deadly pathogens, humanized mice, and wait for it, weaponized. See there? That's why we gotta, pay attention to these news articles. Alright, because, like you said, it's been these biolabs all over the US have been busted, and this what was found. Okay? This is what was found. Illegal biolabs caught with deadly pathogens and humanized mice, and wait for it. So they testing this on mice and animals, and see what is before they release it, or detonate it in society, man. Yep. So they found weaponized. So it's absolutely man-made. All right. It said keep a close on the fate of Ari Salam. Will he face justice, or will be mysteriously whisked away to Israel, where America's supposed ally will shield him from prosecution? All right. So pretty much, man. This is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. All right, and it's gonna get worse. They're gonna get worse and worse. Okay, they're gonna get worse and worse. But I did this for the elect. I did this through the Spirit. For the elect of Israel. And Lord, when it's edifying to you, hopefully elect. And until next time, I say shalom.